understand. Turn the pages and learn it once again. Kaiten, Kaiten, round and round and round.
Kaiten Sensei, Scene 17.
Mr. Tuffy was so excited when he received the letter that he immediately ran over to talk to Miss Curie, to whom he had given a new title for the special case. Forensic Scientist Curie, I think we are about to solve our case. Read this letter. Miss Curie opened the envelope and read the typed letter.
Dear Mr. Tuffy, we know where the sword is. We are willing to give it back, but we have 2 demands. 1. We want 3 months of free lunch tickets. 2. All after-school detentions must be only 15 minutes long. If our demands are not met, we will destroy the sword. It was signed SSSSS. Underneath that was a PS, which read SSSSS, stands for Secret Society for Stealing the Samurai Sword.
Mr. Tuffy was very angry, and he yelled at Forensic Scientist Curie. We will not deal with any secret societies or student terrorists. I will find the culprits. Forensic Scientist Curie, do a forensic test on the letter. See if you can find any fingerprints.
Mr. Tuffy, this is a high school science lab. I can't check for fingerprints.
Do what you can. I'll check the school budget and see if we can buy some fingerprinting equipment. In the meantime, find out where the envelope comes from. Mr. Tuffy then left in a cloud of anger and excitement. He felt that he was closer to the thieves. We know about this meeting between Ms. Curie and Mr. Tuffy because Ms. Curie told us the whole story later and laughed each time she told it. Mr. Tuffy walked around the school the whole day looking for clues. And when he came back to his office, there was another letter. This one had the following message: Go to the area behind the gym. Mr. Tuffy hurried to the area, and as soon as he got there, he was surprised to see a small brown bag on fire. He quickly ran over and tried to put the fire out. However, it was no ordinary bag. Inside the bag, someone had put some natto, peanut butter, some eggs, bird droppings, and some gooey mountain potato, or yamaimo. Mr. Tuffy was able to put out the fire, but his shoes were a complete mess. He was so angry that he went home immediately. We heard later from Miss Curie that his wife threw his shoes away. The mystery of the missing sword was solved the following day. How did it end? Who stole the sword? The answer was quite simple. Mr. Yotsuya, the head custodian. You see, Mr. Yotsuya was on a 2-week holiday to see his family, and before he left, he decided to have the sword cleaned. Unfortunately, he forgot to tell anyone at the school. When Mr. Yotsuya finally came back and heard what had happened, he laughed so hard that he cried. When Mr. Tuffy heard what had happened, he made Mr. Yotsuya clean every school window on Saturday and Sunday. To this day, it's one of our favorite stories to tell the new teachers. We call it Mr. Tuffy's Missing Samurai Sword and Burning Bag Mystery. As for the person who wrote the letters and set the bag on fire, Mr. Tuffy never found out who it was. But I'm pretty sure I know who it was. I'll tell you about that later.